Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Yeah, man. It's your girl's favorite producer, TMajor, man. We live at 161 John Street, man. And Get Me Fly with my fly boy Kai. And we lost in the sauce. Don't forget to check out secretsauveworld.com. Yeah. It's your boy TMajor, man. TMajor. Well, first realized I wanted to become a producer. It was out of mishap in a sense. I found myself on house arrest, and at the end of the day, I don't play video games, and like you can't watch too much. I can't watch too much TV, so I had a friend who was making beats on the computer, and you know what I mean. I asked him to show me what he's doing, and once he did that, that was it. It was a wrap after that, you know. Okay, for those who don't know, the part of the city that I'm from is the West End, you know what I mean, with more details from Jane Street, Southside Jane, you know what I mean, between Falstaff and Churchway, like, those are my, you know what I mean, that's where I roam, yeah, Southside Jane. I mean, growing up on that side, it was cool, like, in my day, it was like, it was mad cool, like, sports was a big thing, and like, so with sports and basketball, you got to go to different areas at that time. Like, we'd go everywhere, you know what I mean? Anywhere there was ball, we'd just go. So it was cool in that sense. And after a while, they got into the gangs and all that when you got a bit older. But you know what I mean? At the same time, if you have a focus and the homies and the niggas see that, yo, you're focused on a thing, on whatever you're doing, you really don't have any problems. But if you want to get into problems, you can. It's there for you. You feel me? So it's up to you. Yeah. When I first started doing music, how was it? It was foreign to a lot of people. Not really foreign, but it wasn't as big as it is now. And I had a small group of people who were trying to do the same thing, so that was the support system, not fans or listeners. They weren't really in the support of Canadian music or Canadian hip-hop in that sense back then, so it was really hard. I'm coming from the MySpace days, so I got to grind on MySpace and make connections and talk to people, and so there wasn't really a lot of support. There was some, but not really a lot, so you just have to grind it out and just do your thing. Dirty South drum loops. Where you get it, why I did it. Okay, so Dirty South drum loops are a drum loop pack that I created for aspiring producers, veteran producers even, that, you know what I mean, you want to spark an idea. And the reason why I created, because back when I was looking for sounds, back when I started, it was hard to find sounds. And the people who had the sounds, they were charging a lot of money, you know what I mean? And so mine is absolutely free. And that's the reason, because it was hard for me to get sounds. And then the reason why I'm doing it again, because everybody needs new sounds. So the way I set mine up is, it's a loop pack where you can play as a loop, use it as a loop, but you can also, I have the one-shot sound where you can just use the sound by itself, the kick by itself, the snare by itself, the hi-hat by itself, and the open hi-hat, you know what I mean, the 808 by itself, but you can all use them all together too. where you can get an idea right off the bat. All you gotta do is put your pianos and your synths on it, and there's a drum loop for you already. Change it up, arrange it, filter it, do what you want, make it your own. So that's why I made it, and that's what it's about. And you can get it on my website, absolutely free, via TMajor.ca. Okay, it's a good question. A lot of people ask that. My influences, producer-wise, obviously I'm gonna say the regular, like everybody says, which is Trey and Primo and all of them, right? But really and truly, like, who made me start creating beats hands-on?
Yeah.
I used to listen to Ninth Wonder, High Tech, and I seen a video that got me jump-started. It was Smack DVD, and it was the Heat Makers, Arsenal from the Heat Makers. So when I seen the Heat Makers making the beat on the MPC, I knew like that's what I wanted to get. So I got the MPC, and then I used to sample High Tech because he had a lot of good intros. just to get, you know what I mean, just to get going and to get like the groove. So yeah, so those were the, and then I used to listen to Ninth Wonder because from back then, like in the early 2004 time, he was already on Fruity Loops, making beats on Fruity Loops. So I was amazed by that. Even though I wasn't using Fruity, I was just amazed that he made beats on Fruity that sounded industry standard. Feel me? Yeah, for sure. I do think Toronto is right now the mecca for Canadian music right now, where everyone's looking to see what's next or who's next in Toronto for that next possible Drake hit or whatever the case is. So yeah, it's safe to say that Toronto is the mecca right now. We crafted a per se sound, if you want to say that, but I don't want to say that because I mean we want to go all over the spectrum. But yeah, Toronto is the mecca right now. I would say that for Canadian hip hop, straight. Wow.
While you're on the bus going down to the city.
You're putting me on the spot right now. It's crazy because Toronto's small and people are gonna be looking at it like, yo, you better say my name. But
oh well, who's popping?
Who's popping?
Who's making noise?
I like the Prime Boys. You know what I mean? The Prime Boys are doing their thing. I like everybody. There's a lot of people. I know I can't remember everybody right now, but there's a lot of dudes doing their thing. The UTM. You know what I mean? I like Pressa. I like, you know what I mean? I like Puffy L's, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's representing right now and putting out good music. So I would make sure I have, especially them, Pressa, Puffy L's. There's this other cat, this Asian cat, and he has the braids.
Killy?
Is it Killy?
Killy. Yes.
Yeah. I'll make sure I have the Killy in there and all that. But yeah.
That dude is tearing up the place.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. And you know what? There's people who I know I'm forgetting right now. You know, but yeah. I mean, on the rhythm roulette, I made it look easy, yes, but I mean, it can be that easy, but then at the same time, it can't be that easy because I could go in there, find a sample quick and like loop it up or chop some sounds out of it real quick, but then sometimes it might take a longer time. In this particular time, I mean, I found a good sample and the video is 10 minutes, but it didn't take me 10 minutes to make everything because the chopping and the processing, the sample takes a while. So before I even start looping up the drums and making the whole beat. So at the end of the day, like, it was easy, yeah, to know what I'm gonna do, but to put it all together, it took a little bit more time. But other than us chopping out, the process of me chopping and filtering and doing all that, when I got the drums in, that was pretty much spot on, where I just kick, snare, hi-hat, open, bass, then what's next, you know what I mean? Like, you get the shell already and then what's next? So, yeah, it could be that easy and it can be that easy, but, I mean...
It all depends on your...
It all depends, and I've been making beats for a while, so I know what to do. So from Beat Producer of the Year, I caught the next 1 year, to Keynote Speaker the next year. The next year, the keynote thing kind of changed. There was a change in schedule, and I ended up being the main DJ for the whole award show. So that's what happened. I was supposed to still be a keynote speaker, but the rehearsals and the sound check took up all my day, so I couldn't do the keynote speaking. But it's dope that, I mean, I'm getting recognition for the work that I've been putting in for a long time. Like I said, I started making beats 2004. I went to the International Academy of Design for recording and engineering in 2006. And then I just been grinding. I took a time off, and I mean, life got to me about 2008, 2007 and 8. Came back in 2010. Been grinding hard ever since. So it feels good. It's a sense of accomplishment that people are recognizing what I've been doing, and they like my beats. You know what I mean? And like just what I stand for. You feel me? So yeah, it feels good.
I don't know if you guys are still together. I'm hearing you're not. I hear you are.
Okay.
You know, so that's what Secret Sauce is here for. We're trying to clarify what I heard. Don't worry about how I heard it. I just heard it.
Clarify the whole thing with Motive now is, yeah, people been asking me and they want to know and all this stuff, and I haven't really said anything. But the whole thing is, like, I've been with Motive since like 2010, and then like now I just feel like it's a time now where it's time for TMajor and Ether Music, because that's my company, which is Ether Music, EME. So I just feel like it's time for me to branch out and just see what's out there for me. You know what I mean? It's nothing against G or nothing against Motive, because that's still my fam. We're still friends. I still see him all the time. We still talk. But it's just time for TMajor and Ether Music, and I have my business partner who's the rapper, which is Hype. So we're still doing our thing, which we always been doing. So just time to just branch out and see what's out there for us. You feel me?
So there's no bad blood?
Nah, not at all. I've been there since 2010. Like at what point do you say, you know what I mean? Like, it's time to see what you could do, you know what I mean? I mean, I came in and he helped me a lot when I first came in, because people knew me associated with him, with G. So at the end of the day, that helped me early on. So, but at the time, not me. But now it come to the time now, I got to do my own thing and have my own connects, and you know what I mean. So it's just time to move on. You know what I mean? No bad blood. He wishes the best for me, as he says, and I wish the best for him and Motive Music. You know what I mean? Shout out Set 2. I mean, shout out Tuzzy. You know what I mean? Sorry, not Tuzzy. Messiah and Mac Dillon and everyone else at Motive Music. That's my fam right there still. I mean, I get my clothes like I like clothing. I like fashion. So I'm all over with it. I like jerseys. I mean, upper echelon stuff or whatever the case may be. So lately I've been coming to Get Me Fly. Like, Get Me Fly he's dope. His clothes are dope. I'm wearing it right now. Everything I'm wearing right now is Get Me Fly except my shoes, jeans and the shirt. And the jerseys come from Vintage Jersey Plus. And then, I mean, I'm just always looking. Like, I'm always downtown Toronto or wherever I could find something, Yorkdale, wherever. But I just love fashion. I love clothing, and I've always been like that since grade 5. Like, people know, anybody who knows me from Jane, they know that this is not new. I've always been doing this. Always been getting gear, getting sneakers, sneakerhead, or whatever the case is. I'm not waiting in line though for no sneakers, but I always like sneakers. I always like colors. I like a lot of colors. Always. That's just me. That's nothing to do with music. That's just me. But yeah.
And what's he working on?
Well, you know, I'm working on. I'm always working. I'm working. Anybody who wants beats could hit me up. You know what I mean? TMajor.ca. I mean, email me or whatever the case is. But I'm working on. I have my own. Another instrumental coming out, the Formula. I have 2 more projects coming up with 2 artists, Frankie Payne That's gonna be an LP, and another one with DT the artist. That one's called Major Moves. Me and Frankie Payne don't have a name for ours yet, but we're both of them are in the recording process. The beats are done. We're gonna go to recording now. For my project, it's done. I'm just waiting to see when I'm gonna drop it in between theirs or after, but not before, because like my project is done. Formula is done, and that's what I'm working on. I have the beats that I'm always coming on. Lately, I've been coming out with singles. I'm a producer, so I figure as a producer, I can't come out with one song. I come out with one beat. I have packaged it with a cover and everything, so I've been doing that. People have been buying them lately, so I mean, look out for that. I do them like once a month or whatever the case is. And like I said, I have my video out right now, like you said earlier on, the Rhythm Roulette, TMajor Rhythm Roulette. Go check that on YouTube. I'm always grinding, I'm always working, bro. You know what I mean? That's what it is. If you want beats, holler at me, man. TMajor.ca. Everything, TMajor.ca. You get my Instagram, you get my Twitter, you get my Facebook from TMajor.ca. TMajor.ca.